After lunch had settled down, one gentleman said to me, why didn't you have more staff on today? And I said, well, normally, sir, there's no one here. And he said, but didn't you know? And I said, no, what? And he opened up the Age, and the Age back then was huge. It's just a huge newspaper. And anyway, and then there was this really big write-up, and it was Melbourne's top 6 pizzas. And smack in the middle was us, number 1. Zonzo Estate is a winery reception in the Yarra Valley, and we're on 230 acres, and we have several variety of grapes. So we grow Pinot, Chardonnay, Shiraz and Cabernet. It's set in a beautiful location. The views are stunning. We've really focused on having a family-friendly dining experience. We really love to welcome the whole family, kids included, to the winery so they can run around on the grass and have a great time while the adults are enjoying a glass of wine or two. It's an Italian restaurant, so we have pizzas, pastas and great wood oven baked everything really, sardines and just some really nice traditional Italian meals. So, Zonzo Weddings came around really accidentally. I was quite scared of holding weddings to start. When we first opened, which was 13 years ago, we just kept getting asked, do you do weddings here, do you do weddings here? We decided to hold a wedding and we enjoyed it. It was lovely, and it's just a beautiful thing to be part of someone's a special day and quite often, the best day of their lives, as they say. So I got started in hospitality by hiring myself, really. I was looking for an apprenticeship as a chef and I couldn't get one. So I decided to get the little money that I did have, found someone that was willing to give me a lease and opened up a restaurant when I was 19 and just persisted slowly, I wasn't busy at all. And then one day, it was in the year 2000, I used to do Sunday shift on my own. So I'd take your order and I'd make your food and I'd make your drink and all that sort of thing. And I'd only ever get about 3 maybe tables in Sunday afternoon. This particular Sunday was full. It was just absolutely jammed in the restaurant and had to call someone in to come and give us a hand. After lunch had settled down, one gentleman said to me, why didn't you have more staff on today? And I said, well, normally, sir, there's no one here. And he said, but didn't you know? And I said, no, what? And he opened up the Age, and the Age back then was huge. And then there was this really big write-up, and it was Melbourne's top 6 pizzas. Smack in the middle was us, number 1. And that article was by Matt Preston, and that changed my business forever because basically we couldn't afford advertising, and what that brought to us was new customers that were chasing the Italian-style pizza. Because before then I was just photocopying little takeaway menus and putting them in letterboxes. Well, the Yarra Valley was attractive to open a restaurant because in Europe typically, or in Italy, you'd leave the city and travel to the country for the better food. So on the weekends, if you lived in Italy, you'd grab your family and go for a nice drive, and you'd get more casalinga-style food in the country. Fresh ingredients, etc. So I really wanted to create that style dining in the Yarra Valley, bringing a restaurant to the Yarra Valley that definitely welcomed kids, and I mean like with open arms. That was the key difference for us, and also the style of food we did, which was just pure, honest Italian food, and we don't veer from that. If we are a boring brand, I really don't want to be in business anymore, so we want to have fun with it. Zonzo in Italian means to wander about or stroll around, and we've really taken that to the next level, say with the ballooning, and it just ties in perfectly with our brand, because ballooning, like we had Eddie as our pilot today, great young man, and a lot of the passengers were saying, Eddie, where are we going to land today? It was a common question, and Eddie goes, I don't know. Because that's a favourite part of my job, and it's a favourite part of my job in business. Like we do something, and I don't really expect an outcome. I just expect to have fun with it first, and we're having fun and we're enjoying it, and the staff are having a good time. And then where that ends up, I don't know, and where Zonzo is going to end up, I don't know either. I mean, I hope it ends up in great places, but as long as we're having fun doing it, and I think that is. I don't know if I'd give anyone that as business advice, but if you get bored, I think you're not really enjoying what you do anymore. When I started Zonzo Estate, I wanted a hot air balloon, without a doubt. And if you go back through your email records, you'd probably find a email from us asking how it all works. And it was yeah, it was a bit of a pipe dream because we had a long way to go in business, and then we were getting a bit you know, a bit more successful, and you know, we're getting a lot more visitors through, and we decided that we should send another email, and I think it was good timing, and KIF came out, and I said, you know, we'd really love to get a balloon. At first, KIF was like, oh, I've got to think about it. I particularly picked the brands we want to work with, and you know, and everything. And he did pick us to our delight, and we got our first balloon, and it was just super exciting. And like I said, it was just a dream, and I'm glad the dreams come true. Working with global ballooning for me has been nothing short of inspirational. You know, sometimes KIF just gives me a quick call because he's, you know, a pretty busy man. He'll say, got time for a coffee? Because he just is just an inspirational person. There's not many people, and I say this quite very, very clearly, that could run a business as well as global ballooning runs, and you know, with safety aspects, with the team and the people that have worked with them. They run so well. You know, he's always you know, thinking big, and it's just lovely to see someone that wants to, you know, grow their business in the fun way that we do. You know, not being, you know, all about business all the time is refreshing.